Hello everyone, I'm Esperanza and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. Today, we're doing our session remotely because we are still on lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, for today's session, we will be doing a Cubist art piece, and this is a Monstera leaf, which we first sketch and then create. We then transform into a Cubist sketch. Now, I will be using two colors only, that's green and yellow, and we would need the aid of water to help us achieve the effect that we have here. And yes, the colors will be coming from one direction, only, let's say from top to bottom, left to right, or diagonally. In this case, it will be applied diagonally. I will also be using this smaller sheet of paper, but you can use any size of paper at home. And also, you're not limited to using green or yellow only. So if you want to choose another color, please feel free to use them, but the technique remains the same. So let's start. The first thing I'm going to do, as I mentioned earlier, is draw the leaf. It's a Monstera leaf. So I'm just going to draw this line at the middle of the leaf. And then I will draw one side of the leaf. And I do hope you can see this on your screen. Let me just repeat that. So I think this is kind of like, I think I have the wrong pencil. I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, this is better. This is a 4B pencil, so it should be darker and you should be able to see it on your screen. So this is just a guideline. Excuse me. And then we have to draw the other side as well. Again, this is just a guideline because Monstera leaves have certain features such as holes in the leaf itself, and those are all natural. So I am now going to create the features on the leaf and then later on erase any unnecessary lines. Okay, so now I'm going to erase the unnecessary lines. And then here I have like so, okay. And then here, like so. So I need to erase this one because this is no longer part of the leaf because the leaves goes in here and then back out. So this is no longer part of it. Now, there are some holes in the original image. This and this on this side. So I will continue to draw those holes. And there we go. That's one side of my Monstera leaf. And then now we will do this side. So for this side, I start with this. And then the next, let's say here. And then I will erase the unnecessary lines. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to make sure that I can see the sketch. Like so. And just like the other side, there are holes on this side of the leaves. So I am going to sketch those holes. One, and then here. And then lastly, we are going to draw this part of the leaf. So what we do is just continue this line, like so. We go back in, just like this one. Okay. Now the next thing to do is to convert this into a cubist representation of the leaf. Now to do that, I am going to repeat the pattern. I will start by repeating this part. You can repeat any part that you feel like repeating at any point. So I'm going to do this one first, like so. So that's that one. And then I'm going to do this one, like so. So as you can see, there's an open end here, an open end here, and an open end here. At the end of this sketching process, all of those ends have to be closed. Now, I need to do this line. Well, I am just going to draw part of it, and I'm going to close the line using that. So it's this line. And then I am going to draw this curve, slight curve, and then close this bit. And then I'm going to draw this one, sort of like an S, to close this one. So that part's done. And now I want to draw this corner, exactly this corner over here. So we have this. And then I'm now going to visualize it as coming from a different direction, like so. So the line is that way, or like so. I think that's better. So the line is that way. I have to remember that. And then here, I am going to draw that line. So it's actually this rib in the middle that I am drawing here, from this point to this point. Again, we still have this point open. Later on, we will close that by drawing another shape. So here, I want to draw this bit over here. Like so. And then maybe this line here. Like that. And then, which other areas do we want to draw? Maybe this. Okay, so I'm going to draw just this bit over here. And then again, I'm going to repeat this pattern. Like that. And then I'm going to continue the line. So I've done that bit. And then here, I'm going to repeat this again. But just a short part of it, like from here to here. And I am going to close this by doing so. There we are. Now we focus on this side now. So if we focus on that side, we identify the shapes from any part of the leaf. So I want to repeat that. Let's say this shape. I'm just going to draw a short part of it, like that. And maybe this one. So I am going to draw that one over there. Exactly, that one. I know it's a little bit bigger, but I know you understand what I'm saying. Okay, just to make it clearer for everyone, I'm going to adjust the size so that it is actually similar to this one. Okay, so this is this, just move a little bit towards that corner. And let me just have this curve. Let me connect these two lines using this curve. It's a bit tilted that way for this one to create that. And here, I am going to copy this rib again, and I am going to do it from here. So this is part of the rib, just moving it there. Okay, Now maybe I'll just put a small part of the rib again. Let's say that, go in there. Okay, now we are ready to paint. And to paint this, it's similar to what we did previously, but this one would have two colors. So the two colors I've selected would be green and yellow. Again, you can select any color you want. So just like what I did in our previous sessions, I am going to paint the one in the corner first. Okay, and following that, I will use yellow for one end. So that's one end. And then I will use green on the other end. So one moment, do bear with me. And I did say it's going to be slanted. So now we have to smoothen the paint. So I think I do have more green than yellow. So in that case, I will lift the paint like so. Okay, in this case, I need to add more yellow because again, I do have more green than yellow. And again, I will lift the excess paint. And then I now have that green and yellow transition, green to yellow, yellow to green. So now I will do the next one, but that won't be the one beside it. It would be this one, which would be one block to its right. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to paint this bit with yellow. Again, we're painting diagonally, so it should be more of like so. And then green. So this one's green. This one's green. And then I'm going to approach the yellow part. So now the green and yellow pigments are mixing together. And now I am going to help it out with my other brush. And then I'm going to lift the excess paint. There we go. And I have one more block covered over there. Now I'm going to go to the next one. Again, I won't be painting this one. I'll proceed directly to the next. Okay, and similarly, I start with yellow here. Like so. And then the green one, which is from this side. And now I'm spreading the paint. Okay, and now we have that transition. Now we just continue to do it. Okay, again, I can't paint this one yet. And the only reason I can't paint it yet is because I don't want the colors to bleed in to each other. So we continue. Again, same direction. And then we lift any excess paint, even out the center. There we go. Again, we have transition from yellow to green, green to yellow. Now we move on to this side. Again, I cannot do this for yet because I just painted that. So I move on to the next bit, which is this one. There we go. And then, oops. And then we'll do the green side, which is there. And then we will lift the excess paint. And then we have that. So we move on to the next bit, which is not this one, and which is not this one. So we work on this first. What we're trying to do is trying to avoid letting the paints touch. If we're unable to do that, that's okay, but we will try and do so as much as possible to prevent any bleeding in of the colors. And that is to maintain what we intended to achieve. There we go. Just painting it green. Oh, this one is looking very good. We don't have to lift any of the color. So we move on to the next. We can't do this, we can't do this, and we can't do this. So we move on to this one. Perfect. Okay. And it is going pretty well. Okay, fantastic. That is fantastic, actually. We've done that pretty well. We don't need to assist it with water. So now we move on to this side. Okay. And I've actually made a boo-boo here. Yes, I um I made a boo-boo. I painted over the line, and now I have to lift it to have that artwork I wanna achieve. Okay, so that has been rectified. So now the next bit I wanna paint would be this one. The bit not touching any of the others. Okay, and then I'm going to start with this side. And yes, you don't have to use the same brush I do. I'm just using these ones because they're convenient. I would actually recommend that you use this type of round brush because it can carry a lot of water, and it can also be used in those small areas. So it's very versatile. So if you are uh, selecting three brushes, I recommend that you select this type. Oh, I missed this one. Okay, so that has been rectified. So I'm now going to go back to this area, and hopefully it's dry enough. Oops, I think I went over the line with the water. Hope not. But in case I did, we've already taken the steps to rectify it. Okay, so here we go. Let me just turn this around to make it easier for me to paint. So there we go. And yes, of course, you can turn your art piece around at any point when you're painting them to make it more convenient for you. So that bit is done. I'm now going to do this bit. And again, I will start with the yellow part. And then I'm going to turn it around. Then paint the green part. And then I will just repeat this process again. Okay. So let's fast forward. So from this point to the point where I am almost finished. So we continue. Now I have this one huge, only this one huge area left. So we are going to do that bit. Again, the process is the same for all the areas, big or small. But I've left the smaller areas just for demonstration so you can see how I paint them as well. And then just turn it around. Small areas. Again, you can pause this at any point. You can start from the beginning, whichever you think would be most helpful for you. Okay, so I have a few more areas here. I will start with this one because it's touching the other area, and it's slightly bigger. So we start there. So I will just get some yellow paint. There we go. And then some green paint. That's it. And now I think I have too much paint here, so I have to lift it to avoid creating that puddle. Now we proceed to the next shape, so we will work on this small area here, so I'm just painting it with water. Again, it's just the same as the big area. So I paint that, okay? But it's kind of too small, so my paint has already spread to the whole area. So I'm just going to lift some of that. And then I am going to paint part of it with green. There we go. And then we'll just spread the paint, let them mix together. Like so. And we're good to go. So we continue with the rest of the area. Let's say this one. We spread that. I think that has gone to an area I don't want to wet. Okay, so now yellow. There we go. And then turn it that way. Okay. Then we paint that side. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish the rest of it. Probably leave one or two. And we continue. So I only have this two areas. So I will do this one now. So just a small bit. Again, it's just like the other areas that we've painted. So, but this is kind of small. So when I paint it, it seems that I am painting the whole area. So let me just lift some of the excess paint. Oops, sorry. There we go. And then I am going to paint the other half of it like so. And now I am just going to spread that. So now that has been painted. Now similarly, we are going to paint this narrow area. And for this narrow area, again, it's still the same direction. So we paint from here. And then green from the other side here. And we let them mix. And we lift the excess paint. So now we have our masterpiece. It should actually be like this. And this is our Monstera leaf, painted in a Cubist perspective. So as you can see there, you can still see the leaf, but you can see the other dimensions of this leaf all over the paper. So I hope you enjoyed this session and see you again for the next session. We are still on Cubism and we will still be doing leaves. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.